Yeah, really. Seriously. So the thing that I wanted to ask is, since we talk about the KHL all the time, I want to pick a team. And I am going to take that team, and I'm going to throw my support behind that team. I am going to be a crazy KHL fan because I love hockey, and you can watch KHL at weird hours, so it doesn't conflict with the NHL. And I will buy a jersey, and I will get behind that team.
All right.
I will always be on that team.
Folks,
who do you recommend?
If you're not interested in the KHL, just turn it off right now, because I'm going to go in depth.
Good.
I need to give you every team. Okay, I have a jersey for Traktor Chelyabinsk.
Okay.
Reasons to like this team. One, they're exciting and have an exciting fan base, and they're like small market. So like, underdog. Two, there's a polar bear on their jersey biting a stick.
Is it as good as is it as good as the Orlando Solar Bears jersey?
Ooh.
Which, by the way,
it competes.
I have an Orlando Solar Bears jersey.
What? What? Where did you get this?
I got it when the team launched. They sent it to my mom, who's also in radio, because they knew I was a huge hockey fan.
How much for that freaking jersey?
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
You bastard!
I dragged that.
My birthday's in March.
I have lived all across this country, and I've dragged that Solar Bears jersey with me.
How didn't I know this? Oh, you're a dick. Anyway.
I just save stuff.
Oh, I'm not telling you which KHL team to cheer for.
Fine. Well, you know what? Okay. Fine then.
All right.
Bitter.
So, okay, Traktor Chelyabinsk. And Chelyabinsk is where that giant meteor hit this past season.
And space things.
Oh, by the way, did you see the medals that they're going to have in Sochi?
Yeah, they've got pieces of...
the meteorite in them.
Yeah.
Bad
can you link to that on the blog at stevedangle.com?
Yeah, I will.
Because that's something that's really cool. Cool.
One of the positive things around the Sochi Olympics. Yeah.
There's actually a petition, just to not interrupt, but interrupt. There is a petition out now that 55,000 people have signed to move the Olympics to Vancouver.
That's courtesy of George Takei. Yeah, I've seen him talking about it on Facebook. Yep.
And it would be sweet. It would be kind of
How great would that be if they just went, yeah. Vancouver was like, shit, okay, we're out of the Olympics again.
Hey, we can redo the opening ceremonies, and maybe that fourth arm will work this time.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, no, BC Place is there. It's ready now.
Perfect.
It's ready now.
Redemption.
Amazing.
Oh, the remix.
Vancouver, the remix.
I like it.
That would be so much fun.
Vancouver.
This time it gets Olympic year. Okay,
Vancouver Olympics, the second one.
Someone
get your granola out, folks. We're going back.
And your gorp.
Yeah.
That stands for good old raisins and peanuts. You never knew that?
No, I've never heard that in my life.
We're learning so many things.
What is that even from?
I learned that from, it's a YouTube channel.
So funny. Oh my God.
And they did a YouTube video called Fact Checkers United or whatever, and one of the facts was Bill Murray likes a warm glass of milk before bed. And they go on this giant mission to actually find out if this is a fact, and in the YouTube sketch at the end is Bill Murray.
Oh, that's amazing.
And he's just sitting there, and he doesn't care that they broke into his house. He just makes them sit down with him and watch TV. And then before he goes to bed, he has a warm glass of milk and passes out on the couch, and they're like, fact checked.
But what about the Gorp thing?
That's from a different sketch.
But from the same people?
Yep, from the same people.
So I was confused
if you look up
how that tied
No,
in.
yeah, sorry, my bad. If you look up Fact Checkers United, I'm sure no one else has done a sketch like that.
No.
So it's those guys.
That's awesome.
They did another one called 21 Questions. It's very good.
Okay, so we talked about the KHL Traktor. You like Traktor because small market team.
Traktor Chelyabinsk.
You have a Maxim Kuznetsov jersey, right?
Evgeny Kuznetsov.
That was Evgeny. Is there a Maxim Kuznetsov? Or
I think there might be.
I feel like there is.
I think there's a goalie.
Okay.
Another team I really, really, really like, and I demand that I go see a game there one day. Dynamo Minsk, which is in Belarus, won rocket cheerleaders. Oh my goodness gracious, they are lovely.
Really? Okay, hold on. I just want to say, I'm quickly interjecting. Maxim Kuznetsov is an NHL player, or was, until 2008. I just want to say I threw that out there.
There you go.
Boom. Sorry. So, wicked cheerleaders. Okay.
So, really cool jerseys.
Okay.
Kind of like the old Buffalo black and red, logo, but it's blue and white, which I like.
Okay.
And it's just cooler, I think. And 3, I think they might have the craziest fans in hockey. They might.
These craziest fans?
These guys get in a conga line during games. They do this thing where they clear out a section and they all run back into the section and body check each other like a mosh.
What?
Oh, I got to show you footage.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
The whole section clears and you're like, why is no one sitting in that section? Everyone is, oh my God, they're about to... And they have like giant flags and it's crazy.
That's so cool.
It's really cool. You might need to cheer for Dynamo Minsk.
Okay, wow.
But then that means that you hate Dynamo Riga. They're rivals in Latvia. Riga, Latvia.
Okay.
Reasons to like them. They just won the Cup of Hope, which is the KHL's trophy that they came up with last year, awarded to the team who wins the tournament that all the non-playoff teams play in.
So, okay, in the KHL, if you do not make the playoffs,
you have to play in the Cup of Hope.
Oh my God, why doesn't the NHL do something like that? That's so great.
I thought it was dumb until they started playing games. I was like, this is kind of cool.
So it's the best of the worst.
Yeah.
So more revenue.
Yeah. And number 2.
God, the Leafs would own that.
Their starting goalie, Michael Tellqvist.
Yeah! All right. We love Michael.
Yep.
He was supposed to be the goaltender of the future. At least he's the goaltender of the future for somebody else.
Now we got the big boys, Dynamo Moscow.
Okay, and that's where Kovalchuk signed, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, sorry.
He signed with their arch rival.
Oh, okay, so let's talk about Dynamo Moscow first.
Okay. Dynamo Moscow, Ovechkin's team.
Okay.
Doesn't play on them, obviously. Leo Komarov's team.
Oh.
Back-to-back champions.
Okay.
Back-to-back champions. They're a very good team.
Who would we know from them?
I'm trying to think of who is still on that team that we would know from them. Because Ovechkin and Backstrom played there.
Okay.
On a line with Leo Komarov.
We're getting that looked up right now, by the way. But tell us why to like them. Why do we like them?
They're good.
They're good.
They just win. Okay, their rivals, SK St. Petersburg, who I'll talk about in a minute, their theme last year was Star Wars, basically. So whenever they scored a goal, that's
amazing.
And whenever they came out,
So like the Darth Vader theme.
Yeah.
When they came out.
When Dynamo eliminated them, they had a kazoo playing and Darth Vader on a monitor just with his face in his palm shaking his head like, oh no. they were really making fun of them hard.
Wow.
These two teams, that's probably that might be the biggest rivalry in the KHL. Dynamo Moscow and SK St. Petersburg. SK St. Petersburg, Ilya Kovalchuk plays on them. Viktor Tikhonov also plays on them, former first-round pick, and he's still a beast. I'm surprised he hasn't come back to the NHL. He could play, especially based on his playoff performance.
Really? Okay.
Sergei Bobrovsky played there. I'm trying to think of... Oh, who was the goon? Artukin. Remember Artukin? Mm-hmm. Evgeny Artukin?
Yes, I do.
He got a crazy suspension because he basically just decided, I'm going to pummel this dude until someone pulls me off.
Okay.
Yeah, and he beat up one of Dynamo's agitators, Yalasvara. Yanni Yalasvara beat him up. So those are the two big boys in the West.
Okay.
Those are the two big boys in the West. You could cheer for Nick Antropov's team, Boris Estana.
Okay, I'm not going to cheer for that team.
The KHL's only Kazakhstani team.
Oh, that's nice. Well, he gets to go home. That's cool.
Yep. You could also cheer for Zagreb, which is new this year. That's in Croatia.
I was just going to ask you about that. Zagreb and Prague both get teams, do they not?
No, Prague already had a team, and thank you. You're dipping into another big rivalry, Adam. Lev Prague, the Czech Republic's only KHL team. That's where Zdeno Chara played. Jakub Voracek played. Nikolai Zherdev just signed there. Or there is Slovan Bratislava in Slovakia, the only KHL team in Slovakia.
Wow.
And those two teams do not like each other.
No, they don't like.
No, I believe Prague holds the KHL record for attendance. It was a Dynamo Moscow Lev game, and it was over 16,000.
Holy smokes!
So that's pretty good. That's
it's growing.
Most NHL teams would kill for that.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm partial to Prague. and I want to talk about Zagreb for a second just after we talk about Prague, because I interrupted you and pulled you away from Zagreb. But
no, that's fine.
Prague is a beautiful city, and if I was going to sign in the KHL, I'd sign in Prague. I'd want to stay in Prague. That's where I want to be, because it is gorgeous.
That's what I think the KHL is going to have going for them, is because a lot of players didn't want to play in East Russia because it's a little
like Siberia.
Yeah.
East Russia isn't Siberia, but
the Siberian teams are in the Eastern Conference though.
Okay,
so Easternish. But a lot of these Western teams, they're in some pretty nice cities.
Yeah,
Prague being one of them.
Does Sochi have a team?
No.
Okay. Now Zagreb, they just got a team?
Yes. I believe Mark Dekanic, former NHL goalie, is their goalie. That's really all I know about him. Crazy fan base.
Oh, really?
Yep. Crazy fan base. Hockey is actually surprisingly popular in Croatia. So there's that. Wow, how long have we been talking about this? I'm basically just going to go through every team.
Go through it. Yeah, do it. Educate us, man. It's hockey.
KHL fans are going to be like, you missed my team. You suck.
There is a lot of teams.
Here's a wild card team you may like. They're an underdog because they've never made the playoffs in the KHL's history. There have been 5 seasons. Vityaz Chelyabinsk.
I think I know where you're going to go with this.
All they do is fight.
Yeah,
all they do is fight. You're allowed to sign, I think it's 5 foreign players or something like that, and not this past year, but the year before, they just went K and signed a bunch of North American mercenaries, basically. Jeremy Yablonski, who has like MMA belts. John Morasti, who just... Tonight, your homework is to YouTube John Morasti and enjoy. He has a head made of titanium. This friggin' guy. The way he fights. They signed Nasty Nick Tarnasky. And who was their other big goon that they signed? Trying to remember. They had Trevor Gillies playing for him last year. And he fought Morasti, who signed with Boris.
Okay.
And the thing about that is apparently a fan, some big wealthy fan for Boris, just paid to have Morasti on the team. That is the rumor.
Wow.
And Morasti and Gillies fought twice. Gillies knocked out Morasti the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a team that literally is just full of gooners.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of plugs who want to break your skull.
Yeah, and there was a video I saw. It's funny because a couple of these guys can't really skate very well at all. So they're chasing after these finesse Russian guys, but they can't catch them. but when they do,
they just found them.
There was a line brawl. I think it was Vityaz versus Avangard Omsk, which we'll talk about.
Okay.
And basically, right off the opening face-off, Vityaz just goes, "If you're not skating, we can catch you," and just started laying into these guys. One of them being Martin Skula.
Really?
Yes. Well, sorry, they were beating up Martin Skula.
Martin Skula, who's a finesse defenseman.
And was traded to the Leafs and traded away.
Yeah.
He never played a game.
Never played a game. Was a pretty good NHL player, too, as far as I remember.
He had a good career, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so do you want to go to Omsk next?
Avangard Omsk, one of Siberia's teams. I believe that's where, Sergei Kostitsyn just signed. I think that's where he played during the lockout, and he was fantastic. They have a lady PA announcer.
Cool.
So that's
hey, that's a first. You never hear about that.
That's kind of progressive.
That's awesome,
right? And she's got this. I don't know. There's something about her voice that I like. And their goal horn is a screaming eagle. Whenever they score a goal. Scheibe Zabrosil! Sergei Kostitsyn! It's pretty cool.
How can you not love the KHL?
Yeah, really.
This is amazing.
I can think of one reason. And they better fix it quick. Anyway, moving on.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
I have to say, just listening to this, the KHL is like, did you ever see basketball? It would be like if you gave Trey Parker and Matt Stone a hockey league. The guys that created South Park. It would be like if you created that. It's everything that you want hockey to be. It's a goon show. It sounds like the Russians are actually having an amazing time with it.
It's basketball meets the XFL.
Yes. Yes.
And one of the teams is owned by Little Bow.
And we're so bloody serious over here.
Basketball. They're playing. I remember that song. Come on.
But honestly, it sounds like they're. And sorry to interrupt you, Steve.
No, it's fine.
It sounds like they're having so much fun with it over there, which is the point, isn't it? Why are we so bloody serious over here?
I know. Here, I got it. Here.
What else are you looking up?
Keep talking, because
Okay.
I'm looking up all the KHL teams, because I know I'm going to miss some.
Here's the problem. I remember when I used to go to Leaf games. And I bet you the Russians can do this. I remember when I used to go to Leaf games and when they were making the playoffs all the time. And I remember one particular series, it was the Leafs in the second round versus Pittsburgh. And Yager was still in Pittsburgh. This is how long ago it was. And the Leafs won the game 4-1. And when Sylvain Cote scored the first goal for the Leafs, I remember looking up at the monitor, and Carlton the Bear was in Pittsburgh, and he's like going to the stadium, and like he went to the Pittsburgh stadium and made fun of like Pittsburgh fans and like poured water on them and stuff like that. Stuff that used to get the crowd riled up. Well, I was wondering at games why they don't do that anymore, because those little vignettes, those little montages that they did were so great. They were so much fun, and they got the crowd so into the game, and you'd laugh and you'd be like, Pittsburgh sucks, blah, 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 blah. And I heard that you can't do that anymore. That there are certain replays that you can play, but if it's a controversial call,
that's true.
You can't play it because it'll get the crowd too rowdy, and they might beat someone up. And in the KHL, it seems like, let's get them rowdy. Let's get them to beat somebody up. Woo!
No, it's I actually had a sports broadcasting prof who used to do the Jays board, like the jumbotron, and
Right.
he said, he got in trouble once for showing a replay of a controversial call, so they don't do it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Straight up. Hey, isn't the whole point of this entertainment? Isn't that the whole freaking
Are you not
point?
entertained?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Why are we dumb? Why are we watering down the entertainment? Anyway, Steve, go ahead.
All the KHL teams. So the ones that we covered: Slovan Bratislava, SK St. Petersburg, Vityaz Chelyabinsk, Dynamo Moscow, Dynamo Minsk, Dynamo Riga, Lev Prague.
Okay.
They're not super creative with the names.
No, and Zagreb Medvedes.
How do you have three teams called Dynamo?
Shut up!
I'm asking.
It's like
I'm
how you had
curious.
two teams in the CFL named
No,
the
okay.
Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Dynamo Moscow is Dynamo. Dynamo Minsk and Dynamo Riga are Dynamo. So really there's only one Dynamo. And there's two Dynamos.
What do they mean? The same thing?
Yeah. They even have, wait till I show you the logo, it's the same thing. In different colors.
Is it 3 stars? Isn't it 3 stars or something like that?
No, that's another team.
We will get to them.
Okay. Spartak Moscow.
I already like it because it almost says Sparta.
Spartak. Their cameras are really, really nice. And you can see in pristine 720p that no one's there.
That's the thing about the KHL. The picture isn't always that good.
In the East, it's terrible. Andre and I used to just be... I don't care who wins the games, but I used to go, come on, Avangard, because they had an HD truck at all their games.
Okay.
And, a Traktor, God bless them, but some of their games looked like it was shot on a BlackBerry Bolt, like one of the old ones. But I think during the finals or the Final Four, the KHL actually transported HD trucks.
It's nice of them to invest in their own product. How about that?
Well, it's difficult. I mean, not all these arenas are built for this kind of thing. I think one of them got all these super expensive cameras and they flicked them on and they're like, all right, we're going to have wicked game. Why is everything green?
Oh.
And it's like, the lighting and just everything was a mess. So
Wow.
it looked like beautiful crap. Basically.
There you go.
Okay, who else we got? Spartak Moscow, Severstal Chelyabinsk.
Okay. You were, hold on. Before we go from that to that, you were going to say what the logo was. We didn't say what the logo was.
Oh, for Spartak Moscow?
Yeah, what was it?
Oh, no, it's just it's a C with inside a diamond with red and white stripes.
Well, that's creative, as you said, producer Chris.
Severstal, I believe it's just sponsored by an oil company, I think. I'm not 100% sure. They're neat because they have black jerseys, a rowdy team, and really no names that I recognize.
Good.
They're one of those teams, but they were good. So they're a pack. So if you
They're a gang.
Yeah. A team.
Yeah. Thanks for that pause there, Steve.
Now, sorry to bring it down a little bit, but a team everyone can get behind and I would like a jersey of theirs. Lokomotiv Yaroslavl.
That's a name that you've heard a lot, and that's because the plane...
That is the team whose plane crashed.
Right.
Yes. And they had a very interesting season last year. Oh, their goal horn is a train.
Lokomotiv.
When they score...
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Why do we not do that here?
Their cameras are terrible.
Okay.
But, terrible. But they were actually a pretty feisty team last year. Yeah, they were pretty good. And so who can't get behind that team? And their logo was kind of like a train. It's like a puck and a train. Anyway, Donbass Donetsk, that's Ukraine's only team. Atlant Moscow.
What do we know about? Hold on, let's go with Ukraine. There's probably a lot, especially if there's listeners in the West and Canada. There's a lot of Ukrainian listeners to this show. I know there is.
I wish I could tell you more about that team, really. I was going to say Podkoroski plays for them, but he doesn't anymore. He signed with SKA, conference rival.
Okay.
And Ruslan Fedotenko also played for them. I don't know if he still does.
Okay. Cool. Now we know.
Yeah. Atlant, Moscow region. A bunch of players signed with them during the lockout, and they weren't very good.
Any particular reason why? That they would all go to that one team?
They had good cameras.
They had good cameras.
I don't know. Believe me, I remember every team that had good cameras. I was always stoked to do their highlights. It's just outside Moscow.
Okay.
It's probably a decent region.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a local. I have no idea. Did I get all the Western Conference? Whoa! No, I missed the most historic one. Or one of the most. CSKA Moscow, also known as Red Army.
They're the 3 stars.
Yeah, da. They are a big team. Home of Alexander Radulov.
Is that where he's playing?
That's where he's playing. He's making the 9.2 million rubles dollars.
Good for him. Yeah. No, he's making like 1 billion rubles, and it works out to what, 9.2 million?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I learned how many rubles it actually was. It was Malkin's contract. I measure in rubles, and it was several billion.
Yeah.
Rubles. I think the currency exchange is 31. Like
$1 equals 31 rubles.
Something like that.
Okay,
something like that. 30.
Can you look that up, producer Chris? Thanks, buddy.
Eastern Conference. I'll roll through this because this is taking way too long. Sibir Novosibirsk. They have 2. Oh no, I can't say 2 if I don't remember them. They have 2 mascots. I forget what one of them is. One is an angry, evil snowman who skates around on the ice and is terrifying.
That is so... Oh,
and they have one of the trippiest music videos I've ever seen for Christmas. I'm going to try to post it. It's scary. It'll give you nightmares.
An angry, evil snowman.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining taking your kid to that game and your kid wetting himself. Mom, I'm so excited.
Hey, kids, you're a snowman. We were talking about xenophobia, and we've been doing an accent all episode.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing an accent.
No, there's no cousin. Let's go bowling. Come on. Ugra is another team. They're green.
Okay.
KHL's big on green teams. NHL not so big on the green.
No.
Their logo, I don't know what their logo is. Their logo is Russian letters. Their mascot is an effluent, also known as an elephant.
Nice.
A big woolly mammoth, as a matter of fact.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Traktor, who we've already talked about.
Yep.
Salavat Ulayev, home of Nikita Filatov.
Okay.
And they
also
are
known in America's Nikita Filatov.
Yeah, Filatov, and they are part of the Green Rivalry.
Why? So the green teams all hate each other?
No, they don't really include Ugra in the Green Rivalry.
Oh.
So it's Salavat Ulayev, which is in Ufa, which is where the World Juniors were this past season. They hate the team known as Akbar's Kazan.
From Azkaban?
I don't
almost close.
Don't confuse me because I don't know Russian geography very well.
Azkaban is the prison from Harry Potter. I'm just throwing that.
Oh,
yeah. So
I didn't read any of the books.
Oh, really?
And I saw like one of the movies. Yeah.
Oh, Steven.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
Okay, different show. Let's keep going.
Akbar's Kazan had Alexei Morozov. Remember?
Okay, yeah, he was a Pittsburgh Penguin.
He was a star over there and has been for many a year. But he's kind of going into the twilight of his career, and I think Akbar's is going downhill because they lost a bunch of players. Actually, you know who they signed was Alexander Burmistrov
There you go.
There you go.
From the Winnipeg Jets, which is a big loss for them.
Oh, this is a new team that I forgot about. Admiral Vladivostok.
Their name is Admiral?
Yes.
Sweet.
And their logo is an anchor.
Okay.
They are one of the Far East teams, very, very, very far east, just above Amur Khabarovsk, who I'm sure will be their rival.
Okay.
So Amur Khabarovsk and Admiral Vladivostok are very, 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 very far east. Vladivostok, interesting about them, Japanese ownership.
Interesting. And you were mentioning that if the KHL
gets a hold of Asia,
if they get Asia, so the southern part of Asia, because technically Russia is Asia as well. If they get the Asian countries, forget it. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over for the NHL.
Avangard Omsk, we talked about. Boris Astana, Nick Antropov's team. I'm just going to go ahead and show the logo to you folks. Here, I'll show it to Adam now.
Which one is it? The top one?
It is tiger.
It was a cougar
or leopard,
panther leopard thing
that looks like it was drawn on MS Paint.
Yeah, it does. It does.
A shame because like a lot of the teams have really snazzy looking logos, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Metallurg Novokuznetsk, terrible cameras, terrible team. No one goes to the games.
Okay, cool.
But they had Brent Sopel, so that's neat.
Yeah.
Stanley Cup winner. So there's that. Torpeda Nizhny Novgorod. That's an actual team. Their logo is like an elk prancing, all majestic.
Oh, that's
Alex
nice.
Semin played on them last year, and they just signed Tim Brent.
Yeah, Leaf legend.
Yes. Oh, can't wait till he...
Ron Wilson era Leaf legend.
Whoa!
Let's double shift Tim Brent.
We have breaking friggin' news. I've never seen this logo. The KHL team with perhaps the best name. Metallurg Magnitogorsk.
Oh, yeah. Good name.
It's got Magneto in the name.
And that team has been around a long, long time.
Yes, and they changed their logo.
I know
by the
they've
looks
been
of
around
it.
a long time.
It's like an angry fox creature.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a fox.
Isn't that cool?
It's like a fox tiger. It's a figer.
I want that now. It's a figer. And their mascot is a fox.
Nice.
Yes. Did I glaze over any of these teams? Let me make sure I said Novosibirsk.
What I love doing when we're going through these teams, producer Chris, is when we're talking about these teams, Steve has these little tidbits about each team. And that's kind of why I'm making him do this. But it's also, I'm going to pick a team in the KHL. And I hope, producer Chris, you pick a team in the KHL.
I have a question based on that.
Okay.
So you've already got your team.
Okay.
What is your team? What's your team?
Tractor's
your team.
I have a tractor jersey, but like I wouldn't say I have a team.
Okay.
One team.
You should pick a team.
I should pick a team.
Pick a team.
You should pick a team, but I think based on your knowledge of the KHL and your knowledge of Adam as a hockey fan and your knowledge of me as a hockey fan, you should pick teams for us that you think best suit what we are as hockey.
I already know who Adams is, but
what is
we have two more teams.
Okay, so all right, continue those two.
Okay.
And then we'll get to it.
Avdemonbalist Yekaterinburg.
Okay.
You may remember Yekaterinburg as the place Joffrey Lupul said, I need to get the hell out of here after 9 games.
Yes.
They were last place in the KHL by a country mile, but their logo is pretty badass. Look at that. There you go.
It's badass.
That is badass, right?
It's an A with wings. It looks almost like Aerosmith.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, it does. And their jerseys are hard black and hard red.
That's kind of cool.
White.
They are neat looking.
They're cool. They have really cool jerseys. Last but not least, Neftekhimik Nizhnekamsk, home of Nail Yakupov. Nail Yakupov. That's where he played during the lockout. He's from Nizhnekamsk. Ironic because he plays for the Edmonton Oilers. Neftekhimik translates to oil chemist.
No kidding.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Okay, now to answer producer Chris's question.
Yes.
What would be the teams you would suggest that we cheer for?
Your team is SKA St. Petersburg, Adam.
Is it?
Because they have the most money and they never win the championship.
Okay, so it would be like,
It'd just be like cheering for
All
Leafs.
right, I can cheer for them. I'm tempted to go with Prague, though. I'm still tempted to go with Prague.
You can go with Prague. They have a badass logo, too.
Okay, and then what about producer Chris?
Okay, you like the Canucks. What do you like in a team?
What do I like? Well, clearly not winning a Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
Okay.
almost winning.
You might want to go with St. Petersburg also.
Almost winning and doing odd things with players.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's. In fact, tearing down the hero and then trying to build him back up again.
Okay, all right. Well, and we can't give you too much history, so Red Army's out.
Yeah, it has to be a relatively new team.
Has to be relatively... Okay.
Can't be in the newest crop, but has to be relatively new. Can't have won a championship. Can't have drafted overly well.
Not an underdog, but has this weird underdog complex.
Yes.
Yeah, really. No kidding, eh?
Are there any KHL teams whose cities you would think would burn themselves to the ground if they...
All of them. No,
All
I'm
of them.
kidding, no.
Okay, you might... And it's far west. You might need to go with Zagreb.
Zagreb, okay.
You might need to go
Your
with
team.
Zagreb.
There you go, Croatia.
Which would be good, because if Adam picks Lev Prague, you guys will be in pretty close proximity. You guys can have a little rivalry going on.
That's right. We could. Now, I am tempted to go with St. Petersburg now that I think about it. Now, is that... Who's
Kovalchuk.
Kovalchuk. All right, fine. I'm in.
Dude,
St.
Kovalchuk.
Petersburg it is. I'm going to get a Kovalchuk jersey. Boom. All right, I'm actually going to buy one, too. I'm going to get it. I'm going to order it online or order it through your KHL
Oh my
connections.
goodness.
Yes, straight up, I am getting behind the KHL because you know what? I love hockey and I want to be entertained.
Yeah, well, you can still have the NHL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for this team. Zagreb's, their logo is this awesome kick-ass looking bear.
Right?
Oh!
What's my
that's
logo?
so cool.
Your logo... Wait, who are you?
If I'm St. Petersburg.
Are you St. Petersburg? It's not bad. Here, let me
don't
show
like
you.
it.
It's a little boring. Their jerseys are kind of nifty, though.
Oh, yeah. They're there with the big star.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's so me. I love it. Okay, so
Look at this badass bear.
here's what I want. Look at this badass bear.
It's so badass.
Hashtag badass bear.
Hashtag badass bear. Now, actually, hashtag that.
Hashtag do you like your bear? Hashtag do you like your KHL team?
Okay, so here's what my challenge to the Steve Dangle podcast listeners who have come this far with us. I
really
want you
hope
to
I
do a
didn't
little
miss
bit
a
of
team.
research, or you don't have to do any research at all. Pick a team. And we are, throughout the season, or the seasons to come, because listen, this show isn't going anywhere. This is not a one-shot deal. We're going to be doing this for a long time.
Long time. And
Pick
this
your
is
team.
it's a relevant discussion because they're playing preseason games.
Exactly. So let's pick a team.
Already.
And let's go with it. And let's keep track, and we'll talk about how well our teams are doing. Steven, you have to pick yours right now. What's your team?
Tractor.
Done. All right. So we are all going to pick our teams. I want to chirp. I want to chirp people on Twitter. So I want to know what your team is, and I want to know when we're playing each other. I'm going to start chirping people.
I know Russian swear words, so I already got you beat.
There you go.
Suka.
And I will use, I don't know what that means, but I'm going to use Google Translate. I'm going to find out.
It means the B word.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
Banana.
Oh.
You are gross, sir.
This is an
Yep.
explicit podcast. You could actually say what it is.
Potassium.
Potassium. Nice.
Now they're not going to kick us off Russian iTunes.
Yay! Hey, you guys!
Привет, you comrades!
So yeah, you know what? What the hell? Listen, if we're a fun
Entree's
podcast.
just listening to this going, shut up.
Yeah, can you North Americans just shut the hell up, all of you? We're a fun podcast. We love hockey. And I think the KHL is the spirit of this podcast. I got to be honest with you, because they're just as crazy.
Spirit is...
Truly, it's like, how does
can
it
feel
get
free
any
to
better?
fund it.
Does it get it? Yeah, please. Hey, listen, the KHL wants to step in and fund. I'll
That'd
talk
be
about
neat.
them. I want to say, why are we not clearing out sections of our games and then running and body checking each other?
Right.
I think that is the best flippant idea ever. Can you, Steve? Can you please attach a video to that to the?
I'll attach a bunch of the highlights that
Great.
Andre and I put together. And whenever Traktor scores a goal, this is my team now. Mm-hmm. This song comes on to the tune of "We Will Rock You," but instead of "We Will Rock You," they go "Shy boo," which means goal, and all the fans go "Traktor!" It's so sick, and the music cuts out "Shy boo," and their mascot is this big, shaggy, probably hasn't been washed in a while polar bear. Oh, it's so cool.
Sweet. All right.
This is the greatest.
I like where this is going.